And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the campus of Crossings Christian Academy in Oklahoma City, where your Owasso Lady Rams volleyball team gets set to take on Edmond Santa Fe in the opening round of the Class 6A State Volleyball Tournament. I'm Grant Merrill, the play-by-play voice of the Rams, and it's a pleasure for the first time after nearly 2.5 years of marriage to bring my bride along for color commentary. Lauren Merrill, she is the head coach at Edison High School in Tulsa for the Lady Eagle volleyball team, and she joins us today for a special broadcast as we are just about set to watch two great ball clubs duke it out in opening round tournament. And Lauren, I tell you, that last game that we saw, Deer Creek and Norman North, they played each other for the first round. Deer Creek goes on to win that one in 5 sets, and they await the winner of this ball game after playing a heck of a game earlier. And, of course, it was a big one to watch. And, you take a look at this Owasso team, 8th seeded team in the tournament going up against number 1, Edmond Santa Fe here today. And what are you thinking if you're Meg Turner?
Well, I think it's always good to be underdog. It really lights a fire under you, and the Owasso Rams had a great warm-up, and I think they're ready to play.
Now, you talk about players to watch for Edmond Santa Fe, and we've already identified a few that may be trouble for Coach Meg Turner and her crew today.
I think they're definitely going to have to watch out for number 9, Kaylee Robinson. She's their top scorer on the outside, but they're definitely a pretty solid team.
Edmond Santa Fe coming in under the direction of head coach Will Etheridge, his assistant Samantha Etheridge. Of course, Owasso, led by Megan Turner and Nathan DeSandre, Morgan Stewart, Abby Piha, and, they come into this ball game ready for action today. They had a great regional tournament in which they beat Broken Arrow, and as you know from playing some of these teams during the regular season at Edison, Broken Arrow, not an easy team to beat, and definitely a long road that Owasso has traveled to get here today. So we're just about set for volleyball action here this afternoon. And just about ready to go for this first round opener between these two clubs. So if you're Meg Turner, Lauren, what are you telling your team right now after watching this Edmond Santa Fe warm-up?
Their T-shirts say battle ready, and I think that's the kind of mentality they need to have. They need to come and be ready to play really tough and not try to play it safe at all.
So just about set for the starting lineups to be announced between these two ball clubs, and we'll pause for just a minute and be back here for volleyball action here in just a moment as you're watching the Owasso Lady Rams from inside Owasso.com and the Owasso Sports Network.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crossings Christian School for the 2018 Class 6A State Volleyball Championships. This is the 11:45 quarterfinal match, and it features on the home side of the scoreboard. Please welcome the Wolves from Edmond Santa Fe High School. And on the visitor side of the scoreboard, please welcome the Rams from Owasso High School. This volleyball match will be best 3 out of 5 sets. First 4 sets will be played at 25 points. You must win by 2. If we go to a 5th and deciding set, it will be played at 15 points. Once again, you must win by 2. Now let's meet the teams who are playing here in this 11:45 quarterfinal matchup. We'll start first with the visitors, the Owasso Rams. These are the reserve players. Sophomore number 2, Taylor Hendricks. Junior number 8, Ashley Bunton. Sophomore number 12, Stella Franklin. Sophomore number 13, Morgan Miller. Sophomore number 14, Maddie Mercer. Senior number 15, Melina Bird. Freshman number 19, Riley Martin. Senior number 21, Reagan Daigle. Now the starting lineup for Owasso. Junior number 1, Mallory Hendricks. Junior number 3, Avery Van Buren. Senior number 7, Journey Staggs. Sophomore number 10, Addie Berry. Junior libero number 11, Jenna Holderman. Team captain, senior number 20, Kylie Patton. And sophomore number 25, Gabby Guerrero. Coached by head coach Megan Turner. The assistant coaches are Nathan DeSander, Cory Stewart, and Abby Peacock. And now let's meet the home team on the scoreboard. Please welcome the Wolves of Edmond High School. These are the reserve players. Junior number 6, Morgan Britton. Junior number 8, Taylor Duncan. Senior number 16, Nicole Snyder. Junior number 18, Taylor Hankins. Junior number 20, Riley Stewart. Sophomore number 27, Micah Olney. Sophomore number 31, Lainey Britton. And the starting lineup for Edmond Santa Fe. Junior libero number 2, Rory Sharpseer. Senior number 4, Anastasia Guadalupe. Senior number 9, Haley Robinson. Senior number 11, Riley Mills Thomas. Senior number 13, Nalani Barberi. Senior number 15, Lauren McCarty. And team captain, senior number 19, Rylan Moore. And the Santa Fe is coached by head coach Will Etheridge. The assistant coach is Samantha Etheridge, Ashley Lopez, and Larry Truesdale.
We welcome you back to Crossings Christian in Oklahoma City, the site of the Class 6A state volleyball tournament. 5A, 4A also being played at Oklahoma City today. And Lauren, you've been a volleyball player. What's going through these young ladies' minds as they're getting ready for this opening round today?
Well, it's a really exciting time. Back when I've played at state and coached girls at state, girls have a lot of nerves, but they also have a lot of great energy. Owasso has a great student section here to help them through this journey as well.
Edmond Santa Fe might have gotten a little bit of an advantage being about 4 miles away for students to be able to make the trip today, but we've had a lot of Owasso Ram fans who have made their way down here, and we are just about ready for action. Keys to victory for Owasso today, what are they, Lauren?
I think it's definitely, like I said earlier, going hard and not playing it safe, but still you got to balance consistency with that. You don't want to go too hard and make too many errors.
So we'll await to see who has the opening serve here in just a moment. Glad you're with us today. Today's ball game brought to you by your 3 area McDonald's locations, 76th Street in the Owasso Walmart or at Highway 20 and Highway 169. We'll name a McDonald's player of the game here in just a little bit after all of our games are complete. Now, it's going to be the best 3 out of 5 today. And, of course, last game, both teams went down to 5. That was kind of an exhausting thing to watch. And Deer Creek ends up beating Norman North to await the winner of this ball game. Gabby Guerrero will have the opening serve as Owasso serves right to left on your screen. She puts it over the net. You can see the action there on the front row. Big try there for Kaylee Robinson. She ends up serving it into the net there, but that's not indicative of how she actually plays. She's a very good ball player.
Yeah, I agree. She's their leading scorer on the team, and she's got a big arm swing. They definitely got a big block on her that first swing, and that's a great way to start.
Edmond Santa Fe actually putting a point down. It was awfully close. You kind of have to feel for those line judges who sometimes have the deciding factor in whether there's a point scored or not. Here's the opening serve from Edmond Santa Fe. They'll put it over the net. Good work there for Owasso's Kylie Patton, as she put it back into Edmond Santa Fe territory, but they ended up hitting it out of bounds there, and that'll be a point for the Lady Rams. And Lauren, I would assume you have to love when the other team will put the points on the board for you.
Yeah, that's always a great thing, and if your team's communicating, then you always know if that ball's in and out, and that's definitely a key.
Hitting it out again is Kaylee Robinson, and she ends up making it 3-1 in favor of the Lady Rams, as they will serve it once again. Jenna Holderman putting it over the net. From the back row, they'll quickly put it back into Owasso territory. Good try there for Mallory Hendricks. As now it's off the fingertips of an Edmond Santa Fe Lady Wolf, and just like that, Edmond Santa Fe now trailing the number 8 seed Owasso Lady Rams 4-1. And I'm sure if you're Edmond Santa Fe's coach, you're telling him settle down right now.
I agree. They're not really communicating, and they seem like they just need to get in their flow a little better.
Owasso will end up watching as Edmond Santa Fe puts it down in their territory and scores a point. It's 4-2 now. And the Lady Wolves will send, Barakoya, I believe, back to have the opening serve there. And now a point for the Lady Rams as the Lady Wolves lose control of it on the front row there. And that'll put Mallory Hendricks back to serve it away for Owasso. She'll do so. It's over the net. Oh, man, big play there for Ryla Moore. And one of the things we noticed immediately, there's a lot of college coaches here watching today. Some of these young ladies need to have the performance of their lives.
Yeah, this is always a great time for colleges to check out some of the local girls and get them playing at that next level.
Hendricks passing back over to Journey Staggs. Staggs puts it out of play, and that'll be a point for Edmond Santa Fe, so the Lady Wolves will take it back the other direction. Here comes Lainey Britton with the serve. Mallory back over to Journey Staggs. She almost put it on the ground, but they got up and under it. Hendricks getting it on the ground for the Lady Rams. What a play there.
Yeah, she's a really talented setter. I don't think anyone on Edmond Santa Fe saw that coming.
6-4 our score. Owasso leading in set number 1. Here's the serve. Over the net it goes. Holderman back over to Avery Van Kuren, or Taylor Hendricks, I'm sorry. Taylor puts it out of play, and it's 6-5. So that will leave Riley Mills Thomas to serve it away for the Lady Wolves. Hendricks back over to Taylor Hendricks. Mallory to Taylor, I guess we should say. Taylor Hendricks putting it back into Santa Fe territory. And Maddie Mercer putting it out of play for Owasso. So that ties the ball game at 6. 6-all opening set here in Oklahoma City. Lady Wolves put it over, and Owasso will hit it just inside the line to take a 7-6 lead. Now Owasso comes into this ball game as the underdog today. They're the 8th seed. Edmond Santa Fe is the number 1 seed. Journey Staggs serving it away for the Lady Rams. Opening serve. Edmond Santa Fe gets up and under it. There's Taylor Hendricks putting it over. And now Edmond Santa Fe's Ryla Moore will put it on the ground and tie it up at 7 as Edmond Santa Fe's back to serve. Mallory Hendricks back over to an open teammate. Nice work there from Maddie Mercer. Holderman from the back, up to Taylor Hendricks. She'll put it up and over. Owasso keeping it in the air here. And now another point for Edmond Santa Fe. They take an 8-7 lead. So what's your strategy here if you're Owasso to try to put some points on the board pretty quickly and build a lead, Lauren?
I think it's important that they really go for those first ball rallies. Our first ball kills. They don't want to go to a rally with this team because they're pretty strong defensively and they've got a big offense.
9-7 our score. Edmond Santa Fe back to serve again. Ryla Moore doing the honors. Here's the serve. Over the net it goes. Mallory Hendricks front row to Taylor Hendricks, and she'll try to put it on the ground, but it's put out of play. And that'll give Edmond Santa Fe a 10-7 lead. And Lauren, one thing we noticed about Santa Fe when we were kind of preparing for this game is that they put up a lot of numbers this year. Their stats are incredible.
They are. They're a very, very strong team, and I think they've definitely earned this #1 seed in this tournament.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 11-7. Edmond Santa Fe leading Owasso. This is the Class 6A state tournament from Oklahoma City on InsideOwasso.com. Eleven to 7 our score here at Crossings Christian in Oklahoma City. Grant Merrill and Lauren Merrill along with you today on InsideOwasso.com and the Owasso Sports Network. Here's a serve from Edmond Santa Fe. Taylor Hendricks back over to an open teammate. Kylie Patton putting it back over the net, but a huge play there for Edmond Santa Fe. That is going to be Nalani McCrary putting it over the net and onto the ground, and that will give Edmond Santa Fe a 12-7 lead. Here's the serve. Front row, Mallory Hendricks. On the ground it goes. Point, Owasso Lady Rams, and it's 12-8. And that will give Addie Berry the volleyball. Her serve coming. And it's on the ground again, 2 in a row. And that will swing momentum Owasso's way just a little bit. How do you take advantage of this?
Well, she's definitely going to want to keep serving aggressively and keep the momentum up. The more points you can score in a row, the better, because then it turns into a mental game.
Front row, it'll be Bekoya for Edmond Santa Fe. Mallory Hendricks over to Taylor Hendricks. She'll put it on the ground. And it's just outside of the box, so that'll give Edmond Santa Fe a 13-9 lead, and they'll be serving it once again. Lauren McCarty is doing the honors. Over the net it goes. Front row, it'll be Addie Berry. Back over to Mallory Hendricks. On the ground again, off the fist of Kaylee Robinson, the Edmond Santa Fe takes a 14-9 lead. Today's ball game brought to you in part by Owasso First Assembly of God. Pastor Bruce McCarty and his staff and congregation wishing the Lady Rams good luck in today's ball game. OwassoFirst.com. It's where you can visit them online. 15-9 our score. Santa Fe putting it on the ground again for another point. And that'll lead Lauren McCarty to serve it again. Over the net it goes. Holderman up and under it. There's Mallory Hendricks. She'll put it on the ground and put Owasso in double digits. And Lauren, I tell you, Owasso may be down but not out by any stretch of the imagination.
I agree. They're fighting back hard. 5 points, it can be a lot in volleyball, but not at the beginning of the set or the middle of the set like we are right now. They can fight back.
The serve from Guerrero from the front row. Santa Fe putting it off the fingertips of Addie Berry, and that'll give them a 16-10 lead. And that will leave Rory Chartier to serve it away for Edmond Santa Fe. And she serves it right into the net, so that'll give Owasso the point there. It's 16-11. And now that leaves Jenna Holderman to serve for the Lady Rams. She served it with just a little too much punch there, and it went out of bounds to give Edmond Santa Fe the volleyball and a 17-11 lead. Her serve met by Guerrero. Guerrero's got it over the net. Good work there by Journey Staggs for the Lady Rams. She put it on the ground in an expedient order. But they gave Edmond Santa Fe the point. What I missed there?
They actually gave Owasso the point. I think there was a little discussion that was a lift, and the R1 decided to overturn it.
That's why I brought the coach with me. She can explain these things. 17-12 our score, and that's going to leave Mallory Hendricks to serve it away for the Lady Rams. Serving from right to left. It was our point, but there was some discussion, as Lauren said, as to whether it was a lift or not. And we'll see what Mallory can do right here. Here's her serve. Over the net it goes. Front row. Good work there for Maddie Mercer. She'll put it over the net and down to give Owasso a deficit of 4 points. Edmond Santa Fe leading 17-13. Hendricks with the serve. Good work there again by Jenna Holderman. It was a good effort, but unfortunately Edmond Santa Fe gets the point there as Owasso puts it out of bounds, Lauren. And now that will leave Lainey Britton to serve it away for Edmond Santa Fe. On the front row, Maddie Mercer puts it over. And a rally there for Edmond Santa Fe falls short as the ball goes into the net. Point for Owasso. It's 18-14. And, Lord, if you're Edmond Santa Fe, you've got to avoid those silly mistakes.
Yeah, I think there was some miscommunication on what set the middle was running. It's hard. There's a lot of different sets you can run, and I think the setter had one idea and the middle had another.
Taylor Hendricks putting it on the ground for Owasso. 18-15 our score. And it's an awfully loud environment here today at Crossings Christian, as you can hear in the background. Up and under the volleyball was Mallory Hendricks. She put it the wrong direction for Owasso, unfortunately, and that gives Edmond Santa Fe a point, but you've got to hand it to these Lady Rams. Are really getting after it defensively and giving it a good effort.
They are, and those off-tempo balls are hard to read. They don't have a path that you can necessarily anticipate, so you just got to be on your toes and go for it.
How about Journey Staggs putting it on the ground? 16 our score. A 3-point lead for Edmond Santa Fe, but Owasso continues to try to chip it away here. Here's the serve. Over the net it goes on the front row. Edmond Santa Fe will see McCrary doing some work there. They get a point and lead it 20-16. We're running a bit behind here today because of the 5-set game between Deer Creek and Norman North. Winner of this ball game faces Deer Creek, as that one went down to the final points. Serve coming. Here come the Lady Wolves. Mallory Hendricks back over to an open teammate. There's Avery Van Kuren. As she puts it out of play, that will give Santa Fe the point and leave Ryla Moore to serve it the other direction. Here's the serve. Front row, Mallory Hendricks putting it over the net. Good effort there by Hendricks to get up and under it. She's a little frustrated coming off that play. She tried awfully hard.
Yeah, in games like this, you got to avoid those unforced errors like getting into the net and missed serves. Those are all up to you, and so you want to take care of those things you can take care of.
Mallory on the front row. Avery Van Kuren putting it over the net. And now hitting it out of play is McCrary for the Lady Wolves. That gives Owasso the point, 22-17 our score. Here's the serve, and it's into the net for Addie Berry and the Lady Rams. So that will give Edmond Santa Fe a 6-point lead, 23-17 our score. Let's see what the Lady Wolves decide to do here. Lauren McCarty with the serve. She'll put it over. And unfortunately, Kylie Patton trying to get up and under that and puts it the wrong direction, Lauren.
You know, the key to passing is always having your platform to your target, and when that ball comes fast, you have to get there early. I think she was just a little late there.
Here's the serve up on the front row. Addie Berry to Mallory Hendricks. Hendricks trying to put it on the ground. Can't do it. Edmond Santa Fe will do it, though. And again, there's that Kaylee Robinson who uses all that height on the front row and has the numbers to back it up. Edmond Santa Fe wins the first set, 25-17. We'll take a break. Be back for set number 2. After this, you're watching Owasso Lady Ram Volleyball from the Class 6A state tournament on InsideOwasso.com.
Activity programs are primarily for the student participants. The purpose of this volleyball match game is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth of our student athletes. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Oakland Secondary School Activity Association. Players, coaches, officials, and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. A message from the
Welcome back to Crossings Christian in Oklahoma City, Class 6A state tournament action. Owasso trailing 1-0 after losing the first set to Edmond Santa Fe. Lauren Merrill, they fought hard, tried to keep up with Edmond Santa Fe, and I think the game was probably a little closer off the scoreboard than it was on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think Owasso was really fighting. I would guess that when they were switching sides, they were really talking about just taking a deep breath and playing their game and working on that offense, keeping that third ball in, and maybe communicating a little more.
What is the biggest thing that you've seen in the first set that Edmond Santa Fe brings to the table that Owasso needs to watch out for?
You know, they're running a really fast offense, which means that Owasso's really got to work on their fast defense to meet that standard.
Lauren McCarty with the opening serve for Edmond Santa Fe. Off the front row, Avery Van Kuren gets it back over to Mallory Hendricks. She'll put it back into Santa Fe territory. They'll hit it along the line. It was awfully close, but they say Owasso gets the point there, and the Lady Rams lead it 1-0. Gabby Guerrero back with the serve for the Lady Rams. That right-handed serve over the net and off the front row. Here comes Edmond Santa Fe's Ryla Moore. Back up front, Mallory Hendricks onto the ground. Off Roy Chartier's fingertips. That gives Owasso a 2-0 lead. Here come the Lady Rams. Gabby Guerrero with the serve again. Front row. Battle for it. Nice work there for Owasso. Up and under the volleyball went Gabby Guerrero. She put it out of play, but it was a valiant effort for the Lady Rams. They are a never-say-die team here. Roy Chartier will have the serve for the Lady Wolves. Off the front row. Good work there by Avery Van Kuren with a nice kill there to make it 3-1. Or a block there to make it 3-1.
Yeah, that was a really great block. She was up nice and high and pressed that ball down, didn't even give Edmond Santa Fe a chance to get it.
If you're looking for your local realtors, Mark and Sheila Van Kuren are on the front row here, so might be a while before they get back to you. Up on the front row, good work there by Kaylee Robinson. Oh, my goodness, Mallory Hendricks with some power there. Up and under goes Addie Berry. Mallory Hendricks again, putting it over the net. Point Owasso as Edmond Santa Fe tried to take it the other direction.
You know, this is a great rotation for the Owasso Rams to be in and scoring points. It's their top three most scoring hitters on the front row right now, and Addie Berry's a great setter to support those. Holderman
serve off that front row. Santa Fe puts it on the ground as Riley Mills-Thomas responsible for that kill. Block. 4-2, Owasso leading it. Mallory trying to go up and under it was Kylie Patton. She couldn't get there in time. It's 4-3. Edmond Santa Fe with another serve here. Kylie Patton again putting it into Santa Fe territory. And they'll put it onto the ground. Holderman was trying to come after it, the libero, and couldn't get under it in time, and that ties the ball game at 4. What are the best things Owasso's doing right now, Lauren?
You know, they're having a lot of energy, and they're definitely not letting down. It can be hard to come back from a first set loss, and they've got smiles on their face, and they're ready to work hard.
Here's Mallory Hendricks. She puts it right off the hands of Mills-Thomas. And Edmond Santa Fe had 3 very challenging touches to put it over the net and get another point there.
Yeah, that was a great rally. The girls were fighting hard. Kalani is just really good at seeing the court, and if there's an open spot, she's going to try to find it.
He just put 2 fingers in the air after blowing the whistle. What's the call there?
That means that he was calling a double on our players. That just means that it wasn't a clean contact, and she contacted it 2 times in one time.
Off the front row, Kylie Patton putting it onto the ground. And that'll give Owasso the point. 6-5 our score. Lady Rams trailing by 1. Mallory Hendricks with the serve. From the back row, it's met by Lauren McCarty. Robinson tried to put it over the net. Good blocking there on the front row for Owasso. Hendricks back over, and Kylie Patton had a valiant effort but put it out of play there. And that'll give Edmond Santa Fe a 7-5 lead as your long-lost cousin Laney Britton is back to serve for the Lady Wolves. Mallory Hendricks back over to Holderman. Good work there by Maddie Mercer as she'll give Owasso a point.
Yeah, that was a great swing by Maddie. It's really hard to bounce back after you've just been blocked, and so what she did is she adjusted and put it in a different spot of the court, and that's some smart volleyball.
7-6 our score. Here's the serve as Kylie Patton puts it over the net. And Edmond Santa Fe can't do anything with it. We've got a tie ball game here, so momentum seems to be swinging the Lady Rams' way right now.
Yeah, it's a great time to do that right now. They've got some great leadership on the court, and they're just working really hard to keep that ball.
Santa Fe scores a point there. 8-7 our score. Off the front row, Taylor Hendricks. Santa Fe putting it back into our territory. Nice work there, a nice try by Taylor Hendricks. Just a little too much power on that one.
Yeah, Taylor's taking some big swings in here. She's got to work on her timing a little bit, and I think when she gets that, she's going to be a big, big source of points for the Rams.
Riley Mills-Thomas serving it away for Edmond. Holderman ends up putting it out of play, unfortunately. And that will make it 10-7 in favor of Santa Fe. Glad you're with us today here on InsideOwasso.com and the Owasso Sports Network. Owasso tips it out of play. Today's ball game brought to you by Academic Advantage. www.academicadvantage.org is the address for Dr. Tracy Pitkin and company. More than just academic tutoring, they will get a customized plan together to take your child's studies to the next level. academicadvantage.org. Good work there for Owasso's Journey Staggs. She'll put it on the ground for another Owasso point. It's 11-8. Here's the serve from Owasso and Malia Bird. Edmond Santa Fe putting that point on the board with expert precision there.
Yeah, she's got a great swing, and lefties are always hard to defend because you're just not used to them. They've got to adjust a little bit.
On the front row, good try there for Avery Van Kuren. Owasso, unfortunately, having to watch as Edmond Santa Fe puts another point on the board. It's 13-8. And this is one of those things, I know if you're Coach Turner, you can't let Edmond Santa Fe's momentum get away from you.
Yeah, it's a crucial time for Owasso to start scoring points in this game. It's kind of where Edmond took off last game.
And the volleyball put out of play by Lauren McCarty. Should give Owasso the point. No, they're going to give it to Santa Fe. That one, classic example of where the line judge's decision will influence the point.
Yeah, anytime a line judge makes a call, the R1 can decide if he wants to overrule it. They have the ultimate say in everything that goes on the court.
14-8 our score. Santa Fe will get the benefit of that call there, and they'll serve it over. Front row. Good work there from Maddie Mercer. She gets under the ball again. Reagan Daigle putting it over, and it goes off the hands of a Lady Wolf, and that will give Owasso another point, make it 14-9. So Owasso may be 5 points down, but not out in this ballgame.
I agree. They're still putting up a fight. This is the point where they were at last set, and they continued to fight all the way to 25.
Mallory Hendricks putting it into Santa Fe territory. Back to Owasso it goes. Daigle getting up and under it. Oh, man, look at that. Holderman over her head into Owasso, or into Santa Fe territory. And they'll put it on the ground and give the Lady Wolves a point here. 15-9 our score. Well, here we go. Lord McCarty with the serve. Owasso getting the benefit of a point there due to some miscommunication on Santa Fe's end. 15-10, Gabby Guerrero ready to serve for the Lady Rams. Mallory Hendricks trying to give Owasso a point there, but Edmond Santa Fe's front row defense was too much for Owasso to overcome there. Rory Chartier ready to serve it away for the Lady Wolves.
Right now, the captain was just challenging to see if Mallory had touched that ball twice or if the Edmond Santa Fe block had touched it. The R1 said that the block touched it, but from everyone else's view, it looked like, or the R1 said that the block did not touch it, but from our view, that's what it kind of looked like.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them and be back after this. This is Owasso Lady Ram Volleyball, presented by InsideOwasso.com. Back here at Crossings Christian Academy at Oklahoma City. Class 6A state tournament action brought to you by our friends at First Bank of Owasco. D. Sokolowski and company always ready to help. See what they can do for you today at First Bank of Owasso. Front row, Mallory Hendricks putting it over the net into Santa Fe territory. And now, another point for Edmond Santa Fe. They're up 18-10. So if you're Meg Turner, what are you telling the Lady Rams in that last time out, Lauren?
You know, I think we're talking about defense a lot right now. Edmond Santa Fe has definitely picked up that defense, and they're going to places that we aren't. We just got to work on reading a little bit better and anticipating.
Ball's hit out of bounds by the Lady Rams. Edmond Santa Fe goes up 19-10. Lady Rams trailing overall 1-0 in the sets today. Here's the serve. And another evidence of some great front row defense from Edmond Santa Fe.
Yeah, that's a big block to go around. She's definitely going to have to change her angle to get it past it.
Mallory Hendricks trying to put it down, can't do it. Good block there by Avery Van Kuren. And there you go, Kylie Patton. She'll put it over the net, and Edmond Santa Fe will put it on the ground to give Owasso the point there.
That was a smart kill for Kylie. She was changing the tempo and keeping Edmond on their toes, and they weren't ready for it.
Jenna Holderman ready to serve here for the Lady Rams. And Owasso will put it out of play here to make it 21-11, giving Edmond Santa Fe the 10-point lead. Today's ball game brought to you in part by Christian Brothers Automotive. Let Ray Adcock and his crew get your car ready for its next Ram road trip just south of 96th and Garnett in Owasso. And Owasso puts it on the ground there to make it 21-12. Good work there for Journey Staggs and company. Maddie Mercer will come in as Mallory Hendricks is ready to serve. She does so. Edmond Santa Fe back to a 10-point lead, Lauren.
Yeah, that Rylan Moore is a really strong hitter, and I would keep feeding the ball to her if I was Edmond Santa Fe's setter.
Lainey Britton ready to serve for the Lady Wolves. Puts it over into Owasso territory. Journey Staggs tipping it over the net. And now a net violation called on Owasso on Maddie Mercer. And what happened there, Lord?
You know, she was going up to block, and I'm not sure if her wrist went in or what, but we've got to avoid those errors on these types of games.
Front row, another violation called. So now they trade net violations. Santa Fe gets one, and Owasso gets the point here, 23-13 our score. Lady Rams trailing in set number 2. The serve from Kylie Patton. Oh, man, there's Journey Staggs as she comes up and over to give Owasso the point there. Good front row defense there, Lauren.
Yeah, that was a great block and a great time to do it.
Kylie Patton again putting it over the net with her serve. And this time, Edmond Santa Fe puts it out of bounds as Riley Stewart was trying to put it over the net and did it in the wrong direction. And that will give Kylie Patton another serve. And she knocks it out of play there to make it 24-15. So this one slipping away from the Lady Rams here is 24-15, and they're Edmond Santa Fe a point away from winning set number 2. And now Owasso will knock it out of play off the hands of Journey Staggs, and that ends the set 25-15. We're back after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Ram Volleyball.
Your Oklahoma Ford dealers are proud sponsors of the OSSAA. See the future of tough today at your Oklahoma Ford dealer and find out why they are the best in Oklahoma. Wilson is the official ball of all OSSAA playoff and championship contests. Visit www.wilson.com for all your sporting good needs.
Welcome back to Crossings Christian. Edmond Santa Fe leads our Lady Rams 2-0 in the sets in the Class 6A state volleyball tournament. I'm Grant Merrill, my lovely bride, Edison Lady Eagle head volleyball coach Lauren Merrill, along with us for the call today. Gabby Guerrero is the server here. And she'll put it over the net into Edmond Santa Fe territory. Robinson off the front row for the Lady Wolves. Avery Van Kuren over the head to put it back into Edmond Santa Fe territory, and they'll put it on the ground just inside the box to take a 1-0 lead in this set. Down 2-0, Lauren, and as far as the overall match goes, what can you do to energize your team at this point if you're Coach Meg Turner?
Well, this is definitely a time where you show if you have mental toughness. It's easy to get down after you've lost 2 sets, but it's the best 3 out of 5, so they can win the next 3 in the row and take the match.
Rory Chartier with the serve. She'll put it over the net. Oh, man. Holderman tried to get under it there and just couldn't get under it enough. Went off of her fist and under the net. Skipped like a rock on the lake.
Yeah, that's called a float serve, Grant, and those are really, really tough to pass.
I learn something new every day. Here's Mallory Hendricks. She'll put it directly into the forehead of a Lady Wolf. Point Owasso, and that gives Edmond Santa Fe a 3-1 lead here. Holderman with the serve for the Lady Rams. Puts it over the net. Up front, Kylie Patton met 2 Santa Fe defenders. They'll put it on the ground to make it 4-1. And this Edmond Santa Fe defense is really something to have to overcome for any team that plays.
Yeah, they've got a big, strong block in the front, and then their libero is all over the place on defense. It's a tough team to play defense or play offense against.
And now the Lady Rams unable to get up and under the volleyball, and Edmond Santa Fe takes a 5-1 lead. Today's ball game brought to you in part by your McDonald's locations in Owasso. 76th Street, the Owasso Walmart, highways 20 and 169. Download the app and order ahead today. Owasso getting a point there, 5-2 our score. Coming up in the post-game show, we will name a McDonald's player of the game. Mallory Hendricks had the serve there, but the whistles blew, and now some discussion between Edmond Santa Fe's coach and the referees here. What's going on, Lauren?
The R2 called them out of rotation. That means that they were illegally overlapping their players. Front row players can't overlap their back row, and you can't overlap side to side.
Mallory Hendricks with the serve. She'll do it here. Holderman up and under it. Hendricks, now Kylie Patton. Good work there by Holderman defensively. Patton puts it over, and Edmond Santa Fe will knock it out of play. Point Owasso.
Holderman is doing a great job of reading this set. She's had some great digs, even balls that weren't hers, and she is going for it. I think she's really driven this set.
5-4 here. Owasso trying to make a comeback run off the front row. Lady Wolves trying to put it on the ground. Hendricks gets up and under it. And now just a little too much power on the part of Maddie Mercer as she'll knock it out of play.
You know, I think that's one of Maddie's first errors. She's had a really great game.
6-4 our score. Serving for Edmond Santa Fe is Lady Britton. From the back row, she puts it over, skims the net on the front row. Maddie Mercer with a try there, but into the net it went, and it's 7-4.
You know, that was a tough ball. Mallory did the best she could, but when the ball passes tight and you can't touch the net, you just get your hands up there and get it as high as you can.
Britton with another serve here. Over the net it goes. On the front row, Mallory Hendricks. She tries to put it on the ground, can't do it. She gets up and under it as it comes back to her. Kylie Patton over the net this time for Owasso. And nice work there by Maddie Mercer as she'll put it off the fingertips of Rory Chartier.
And that was a great up by Kylie. She struggled with those tips the last few times, and they keep picking on her there, and this time she answered it and said, no more, I'm going to get this ball up.
Kylie Patton with the serve. Over the net it goes. Mercer on the front row again. Back to Holderman. Nice work there by Patton as she puts it backwards and over the head. And just a powerful play there by Edmond Santa Fe as that ball came down so hard, Owasso unable to control it.
Well, and they were running a combination play, so that's where multiple hitters go up at the same time, and you're trying to throw off the offense, or throw off the defense, and it definitely worked.
Birdie Staggs there with a nice move as she'll get a point on the board for the Lady Rams. Still down only 8-6.
Journey's had a great game as well. She's been really blocking well, and she's seen the court, and that slide was a great time to score for the Rams.
Here comes the serve from the Lady Rams. That was Malia Bird doing the honors there. Front row, here are the Lady Rams and Reagan Daigle. Reagan putting it on the ground and put the Lady Rams down by only one.
Reagan's also doing a good job. She was subbed in last set for Taylor Hendricks, and she's been stepping up, and I think it's been a good thing, and she brings a lot of energy. She's really happy and really excited and really vocal.
Mallory back over the net, brings it into Edmond Santa Fe territory, and they'll tip it out of play as Lauren McCarty lost control of it. It's to Owasso's benefit. We're tied 8-8. Here's Malia Bird again. Nice work there by Avery Van Kuren on the front row as she gives Owasso their first lead of this set.
It's a great block. We're finally gaining some of that momentum. This is the point in the match for the last two sets where the Rams kind of struggled to get out the gate, and if they can keep putting this up, it's really going to help them.
Edmond Santa Fe puts it into the net once again. 10-8, Owasso leading. Out of bounds it goes for Malia Bird. I'll have it known that I tried to get the kill sponsored by Mowry Funeral Home, but Steve hasn't quite signed on to that yet. The old Rams voice unable to make it today with us. On the front row, nice try there by Avery Van Kuren, just a little too powerful as she hits it out of bounds, and it's tied at 10 now.
I think there was a touch on that play that no one saw. Oh, there we go. It got overturned. That ball was definitely going down, and the block made it go up. I'm glad that they fought that.
And now Owasso takes an 11-9 lead here in set number 3. Addie Berry's going to have the serve here as she'll do the honors from the back row. Putting it over the net. On the ground it goes. It's 12-9. So Owasso getting on a roll here. Edmond Santa Fe wants a timeout. We'll take it with him and be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Ram Volleyball. Back here at Crossings Christian in Oklahoma City, Grant Merrill, Lauren Merrill along with you today. Don't forget, tickets for Thursday's senior night football game can be purchased from the athletic office Wednesday from 7:30 to 4 and Thursday from 7:30 to 3:30. Come on by and get those tickets early. Point for Owasso, and it's 13-9, Lauren. Momentum swinging the way of the Lady Ram.
It's great, and they have the energy to back it up right now. If they can keep this up, I think they can win this set.
Here's the serve that comes from Addie Berry. Good work there for Reagan Daigle. Another point for Owasso, 14-9.
Reagan's doing a great job out there. Props to her. That play was really crazy. It was really out of system, and they all had a lot of hustle to keep the ball alive.
Here's the serve. They'll put it over the net. Up front. Off the fingertips of Holderman. Edmond Santa Fe gets the point there. 14-10.
It's going to be really crucial right now for them to go for that first ball kill and side out fast to keep that momentum on their side.
Let's see what happens here. Holderman from the back row to Kylie Patton. And now Edmond Santa Fe puts it on the ground to make it 14-11. It looked like it was out of play from here, but they called it inside.
Well, they actually called it a touch off of our block, which it was. I think Kylie got a little confused by that.
14-11 our score. Here's the serve. Mallory Hendricks putting it over the net. Nice point there for the Lady Ram.
Mallory's such an impressive player. She can hit from all three positions on the court. She's racking up a lot of kills today, and she's a great setter.
Gabby Guerrero will have the serve here. She'll put it into Edmond Santa Fe territory. Nice work there for Edmond Santa Fe. Not what we wanted to see as Rams fans, but can't dispute that wasn't a good play.
Yeah, I think they just misread her. She usually goes more towards the line and to the middle of the court, and she turned it cross because that set was pushed a little outside.
Kylie Patton got it over the net, and now Edmond Santa Fe with a powerful hit there, but it goes out of play.
Yep, it was just outside the line, down the line.
Now Holderman will have the serve for the Lady Rams. And again, Riley Mills-Thomas giving Owasso another point there. She couldn't keep it in the box.
This is that rotation that we really want to stay in with those top scoring hitters in the front row. I hope that Holderman can keep her serve.
She'll serve it out of play. And that makes it 17-13. Owasso still leading by 4. Overall, they unfortunately trail 2-0 in the overall scheme of things. It's the best of 5 here. And now Kylie Patton trying to put it over the net, but went into the net instead.
This is a crucial time for the Rams to score some points. We really need to get a side out.
Here's the serve. Mallory Hendricks putting it out of play. Point Edmond Santa Fe. So we'll see what Santa Fe can do right here. They're narrowing the deficit and chiseling away at this lead. Edmond North student section has come in beside us. Mallory Hendricks putting it on the ground. 18-15 our score.
I think Mallory was just willing to answer for her hitting error the time before. I think she wanted to take care of that ball a little better.
Here's the serve from Hendricks. Edmond Santa Fe giving Owasso a 19-15 lead here. And it's likely if the current trend continues, we could see a fourth set in this if Owasso can hold on to the lead. Going up for it was Kylie Patton, but she fell short.
That set was a little tight and a little inside, so she felt like she had to tip that ball. Since there's a big block over there, that's a tough thing to do.
Here's the serve. Lainey Britton doing the honors for Santa Fe. Off that front row, Journey Staggs met a wall of Santa Fe defenders, and they'll put it on the ground for another point.
The Lady Rams just need to take a deep breath and do what they've been doing the first half of this whole set.
And now Edmond Santa Fe called into the net.
That's a center line violation. You're not allowed to cross the center line because that could put the other team in danger.
That gives Owasso a 20-18 lead here. Reagan Daigle back into the ball game for the Lady Rams. Kylie Patton will have the serve right here. And now the ball on the ground, and it's 20-19. Had to get some rowdy Edmond North fans out of the way here, blocking our view. One of them's got a megaphone. I'm betting the odds are he gets that taken away before the game, the afternoon's over.
I think that counts as a noisemaker, right?
You would think so. Here's Edmond Santa Fe with the serve, and they'll put it on the ground and tie the ball game. And now this is where it gets exciting.
Yep, it's going to be a quick game to 5 to see if the Lady Rams get to go home or fight to a fourth set.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them and be back after this. You're watching Edmond, Santa Fe, and Owasso in the Class 6A state tournament. Lady Ram Volleyball from InsideOwasso.com. Back here at Crossings Christian, Grant Merrill, Coach Lauren Merrill along with you this afternoon on this fine Monday, first day of the Class 6A State Volleyball Tournament. So we bring you the broadcast live here on InsideOwasso.com and on the Owasso Sports Network, also on the Owasso Rams app. And change of the points here, Edmond North appears to have gotten a point taken away from them during the timeout.
I'm not sure what happened there. We'll have to check in and see if they change it again. It looks like they're having a discussion at the score table.
So we will see what that discussion is. Meg Turner down on the scene there as well and trying to plead her case. We're trying to figure out why they've adjusted the points. We tend to feel that Brock Crawford is the actual official scorekeeper here on the television broadcast, but the OSSAA may say differently. We're not sure. They're saying 20-19 in favor of Owasso, so we're not going to argue here.
The R2 was talking to Edmond Santa Fe coach saying that there was a mix-up back when that call was overturned by the R1 about a touch.
Okay, there you go. We'll see what happens here with Edmond Santa Fe. That's why we brought the coach along for the broadcast. Here's the serve off the front row, Mallory Hendricks. Wow, Journey Staggs, how about that?
That's a great way to come out of a timeout. What a great swing by Journey.
21-19 our score. Malia Bird back into the ball game, and she'll have the serve for the Lady Rams. Bird ready to serve, puts it up over the net. And oh my goodness, look at that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Maddie Mercer. Good work there. She'll put it over to make it 22-19. And just when you thought Owasso might be exiting, they are trying to keep this thing alive. And now Edmond Santa Fe will bring it back to a 22-20 ball game. When you're down to these final 5 points, what's going through your mind?
You're definitely just wanting to take it 1 point at a time, and you want to make sure you're not dwelling on any errors you've made. There's no time for it.
Here comes the serve from the Lady Wolves. Over the net it goes, off the front row. Hendricks back over. Good try there by Maddie Mercer, but it's another point for Edmond Santa Fe as Owasso just kind of loses control on the front row there. So that will give Edmond Santa Fe the serve. Rylan Moore to do the honors here. Here she comes. Over the net it goes. Onto the ground, unfortunately. It looked like that when Kylie Patton got it, it hit her in the mouth.
Yeah, this girl's got a really tough serve, and she's definitely going to have to get a pass, and this is the time for a side out right now.
It's tied at 22, 3 points remaining for one of these teams to advance to play Deer Creek. Owasso would have to win 2 more sets, and now they're keeping it in the air. Wow! Oh, man! Did you see that for Kylie Patton? Good effort there by Owasso. Probably the play of the game for Patton right there, but they went up against the defense for Edmond Santa Fe, and unfortunately the Lady Wolves get the point, but what an effort.
That was a great effort. A lot of people give up as soon as the ball leaves the main court area of the court, and I love that Kylie went for it and gave it everything she got to get it over the net.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them and be back after this. Back here in Oklahoma City. I forgot what town we were in for a minute. 23-22. A point going to Edmond Santa Fe there as Owasso just not defensively ready to get that one.
Yeah, that ball was just inside the line, and I think maybe she just misread it a little bit.
Edmond Santa Fe, the reigning state champ, 1 point away from advancing to play Deer Creek. And they'll put it into the net. It's 24-23. Lauren, they have to win by 2.
Yep, this game's not over yet. The Lady Rams have some fight in them, and this is a great rotation to do it. Addie's a great server, and they've got some great hitters up front.
Addie Berry ready to put it away. Puts it over the net, off the front row. Good work there. Edmond Santa Fe getting the point, 25-23, and that's the ball game. The Lady Rams will fall in the first round of the state volleyball tournament, but it wasn't for a lack of effort.
Yeah, the Lady Rams have to walk away pretty proud. They fought with the #1 overall seed. They've had a great season and beaten some huge opponents, and I think they're just ready to keep pushing, and it's going to be a great year next year for this program.
So now you get to do what Steve Mallory and I do on Friday nights. We have to name a McDonald's player of the game, and as we take a look at our roster, so many contenders. I have to say Mallory Hendricks has to be at least the conversation. Some other players, who do you think?
I think that you could also have Journey in that mix. She had a great time in the front row, was getting some really crucial blocks for them and had some great swings.
Is this going to be like where we try to decide where we're going to eat? Are we going to be here all day? Or
No, I agree with you. I think Mallory's definitely in the running as well.
I'll tell you what, we're going to give co-players of the game today. I think Mallory and Journey both get a $20 gift certificate to your 3 area McDonald's locations, and they will be named our co-players of the game as they both do a great job in this effort today. Want to thank Brock Crawford and Brandon Brewer for the work they've done in getting this thing online today. Thank you, Coach Lauren Merrill. I appreciate you for not only being my bride, but my color commentator today. Great work.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so that